Have you ever wondered why some people, even in the most hopeless situations, rise like a phoenix from the ashes, while others remain trapped in cycles of fear and doubt? The answer lies not just in action, but in a deeper force, a power beyond logic and planning. It's called faith. Faith is more than religious belief. It's a mental technology, a spiritual engine, superpower of the human mind. When someone has true faith, their brain operates differently. Studies have shown that belief can literally rewire the neural pathways, changing how a person perceives reality, processes emotions, and makes decisions. It's not about blind hope, but a deep, unwavering conviction that what you seek is not only possible, it's already on its way. The mind that operates with faith doesn't see obstacles as threats, sees them as part of the path. That shift changes everything, because when the mind believes, the body follows, and reality begins to mirror the inner world. Faith activates specific regions of the brain, particularly the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for planning, decision-making, and focusing attention. But that's not all. It also quiets the amygdala, the fear center of the brain. This means that people with deep faith experience less stress in the face of uncertainty. Their thoughts don't spiral into worst-case scenarios. Instead, they stay calm, focused, and open to creative solutions. That inner calm is often mistaken for confidence, but it's more than that. It's a neurological alignment with trust. And this trust allows them to move forward, even when logic screams to stop. That movement creates momentum. And momentum, powered by a peaceful, focused mind, leads to results. It's no surprise that many of the world's most successful people, like entrepreneurs, healers, and visionaries, speak openly about the role of faith in their lives. It gives them clarity when others are confused, strength when others give up. When the mind believes something is possible with complete certainty, it begins to send signals to the entire body to act as if that reality is already true. This is known as embodied cognition, and it's one of the most powerful effects of faith. The heartbeat steadies, stress hormones reduce, the immune system strengthens. The body literally begins to support the vision held in the mind. And what's even more fascinating is that the subconscious mind, responsible for 95% of our thoughts and behaviors, cannot distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is real. So when a person visualizes a successful outcome with faith, their subconscious starts to behave as if that outcome has already occurred. It looks for patterns. It opens doors. It nudges behavior. This is how faith works, not just as belief, but as a mechanism for transformation, not only internally, but externally. That's how faith moves mountains, because it first moves you. But here's the key difference between wishful thinking and true faith. Wishful thinking hopes that things will work out. Faith knows they already have. That subtle shift changes how you speak, walk, make decisions, and even how you breathe. Faith isn't passive, it's active. It directs the mind to expect results. And because the human mind is a goal-seeking machine, it begins to align with that expectation. This is also why people with strong faith often manifest results faster. They're not waiting for proof to believe. They believe first, and proof follows. In that state, the mind becomes incredibly focused. Distractions fade. Doubt loses power. And with every small confirmation, faith strengthens, creating a feedback loop of certainty, action, and manifestation. It's like tuning your mind to a specific frequency, and when you're tuned in, you start to receive everything aligned with that frequency: success, peace, abundance. This is why ancient spiritual traditions and modern science are beginning to say the same thing. What you believe becomes what you see, not the other way around. Faith isn't just a feeling. It's a frequency of consciousness. When your mind is tuned to that frequency, your thoughts change, your actions change, and most importantly, your energy changes. People feel it. Opportunities recognize it. The world around you begins to reflect it. Think about this. When you walk into a room with faith, you don't need to say a word. Your presence communicates certainty. Your energy becomes magnetic. It's not magic, that's alignment. The conscious and subconscious mind in perfect harmony, sending a unified message to the universe. I am ready. I am open. I am certain. And the universe, just like a mirror, reflects that certainty back to you in ways that seem miraculous, but are actually mechanical. The laws of the mind at work. Some of the greatest minds in history understood this truth. Albert Einstein once said, "The most important decision we make is whether we believe we live in a friendly or hostile universe." That decision is the foundation of faith. When you choose to believe in a friendly universe, your mind begins looking for support, for synchronicities, for opportunities. It no longer prepares for attack or failure. It prepares for success, expects miracles, and that expectation draws them closer. But here's the twist. Faith doesn't eliminate the challenges. It transforms your relationship with them. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" the mind of faith asks, "What is this teaching me? How is this guiding me?" That one shift changes your emotional response, which changes your decisions, which ultimately changes your destiny. Faith gives you access to your highest intelligence because it silences the noise of fear. And this isn't just theory. In moments of crisis, people with deep faith often access heightened states of intuition, resilience, and clarity. That's not a coincidence. That's the brain entering a high-coherent state where heart, mind, and body are aligned. This is measurable, it's observable, and it explains why, when someone truly believes, their results defy logic. They heal faster, they bounce back stronger. They create solutions that others can't see. The mind of faith taps into a field of intelligence that transcends rational thought. Call it the divine. Call it the quantum field. Call it intuition. What matters is that it works. And once you've experienced this alignment, you'll never want to live without it. Because life with faith is richer, deeper, more vibrant. Not because the world changes, but because your perception changes. And perception is the lens through which all of reality is filtered. So how do you build a mind of faith? It begins with a decision, choice to believe in something greater, even if you can't see it yet. Then reinforce that belief daily. Visualize your ideal life not as a dream, but as a memory. Speak as if it's already happening. Walk as if it's already yours. Guard your mind from doubt and surround yourself with messages that support your vision. Meditation, affirmations, scripture, inspirational stories, these are all tools to feed the mind of faith. And most importantly, act in alignment with what you believe. Action proves belief. Every step you take in faith strengthens the neural pathways of certainty. And with repetition, those pathways become highways. That's how transformation becomes permanent. That's how your outer life begins to reflect your inner belief. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. The moment you choose faith is the perfect moment. In the end, the mind of faith doesn't just help you succeed. It helps you live. Fully, boldly, peacefully. Because when you know, deep in your being, that you are supported, guided, and destined for greatness, fear loses its grip. You begin to take bigger risks, dream bigger dreams, love without conditions. And that, more than anything, is what the world needs today. Not more fear, more faith. Because faith turns the impossible into the inevitable. And the truth is, your mind is already wired for miracles. All you need to do is believe. Let that belief sink in. Let it shape your thoughts. Let it guide your choices. And soon you'll realize that success, peace, and abundance weren't things you had to chase. They were already waiting for you to align. This is how the mind works for those who walk in faith. And now it can work for you too. If this message awakens something deep within you, then this is just the beginning. Imagine what your life will look like when you feed your mind daily with powerful insights, transformational truths, and the tools to master your inner world. That's exactly what we share here on My Supermind, a space for people like you who are ready to rise, to believe, and to become all they're meant to be. So if you're ready to continue this journey of unlocking your true potential, hit that subscribe button now. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a moment of inspiration, clarity, and expansion. And if this video spoke to your soul, leave a comment below and tell us what part lit you up the most. Remember, your faith is your superpower. And here at My Supermind, we help you activate it. Stay aligned, stay powerful, and I'll see you in the next video.